And hello.
Hey everyone, and
Are we live?
welcome
Are we live?
We are. I hope we're live. I hope we're doing
Chat.
good. How's everyone doing? It's great to have you all with us.
Chat, can you
It's great
see
to
us?
have you all. Hopefully everything's working okay. So good. Great to see so many of you in the chat today. We have over 1,300 of you joining us from around the world. And not only that, we have a full house in the studio today for this exclusive Volvo VNL live stream. It's great to have all of you along. Hello, my name is Alex. I'm the community manager here at SCS Software.
Alex.
We're joined by Nimiro, PR marketing manager, live from Prague. How are you doing, Nimiro?
I'm fine. As you can see, there is no more space left on the top of the display. You guys took all over the space. Yeah.
Let's get right to them. We are joined as well to my left-hand side. We have Oscar, Industry Partnerships Manager here at SCS Software. Oscar, great to have you back.
Thanks for having me again.
Thanks for having you back. We got an echo. Apparently we have an echo coming through the chat. Oh, Nimiro. We can hear Nimiro twice, apparently. Maybe we want to get that sorted.
Is that bad or good?
Apparently bad, because a lot of people are saying about it. So Nimiro, you're going to have to keep quiet about it.
Okay.
And then also joining us from Volvo Trucks North America, we have Ian Anderson, Senior Industrial Designer. Ian, thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing well. Glad to join you guys, and it's going to be exciting.
Very excited indeed, and we not only have yourself, we also have Jason DeVell, Chief Interior Designer at Volvo Trucks North America as well. Definitely not in the same room or anything. Great to have you, Jason. How are you doing today?
Definitely not.
Hey, great to be here. Thanks. This is really awesome to be here with everybody, and definitely not sitting next to Ian in the same room.
No, it's great to have everybody here today, and thank you for taking the time out to be here on the stream with us. Our community is extremely hyped. We have so many people watching from around the world. Chat, let's get a quick location chat. Let us know where in the world you're watching from, which country you're representing. Let's see your excitement and hype in the chat for Volvo Trucks North America. We got UK in the house, Germany, Brazil, Colombia, New York, Texas, Canada. The chat's going wild. I can't even keep up with it. Austria, Denmark, Poland, Finland, Kansas, I see Colorado, I see Peru, I see Turkey. Just got the whole world with us. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with us today. And of course, it's a very exciting occasion. Nimro, I think your audio issues are fixed now, so you can talk again if you like to.
Is it, chat? Is it? I was kind of messaging on WhatsApp with Benny what to do now, but if it's fixed,
oh no,
it's fixed,
echo. It's still twice. No, they're still
twice.
Yeah, that's fine. You're just gonna be our driver for today. You'll be our chauffeur. It's fine.
Let me try something. What if I just turned off my microphone that's attached to me? Chat, can you still hear me well and everything?
Fix it. No, better.
Better?
I think it's fixed. It's good now. Yes.
Fixed?
Yeah. Okay, we got
all
a good
good?
Yes. We got good feedback.
See, Benny, I was telling you, turn off the mic on me and it's fine.
It's perfect. There we go.
I'm doing two jobs here actually.
That's it. It's perfect. Well, we've got an even bigger job ahead of us because we're going to be looking at something very, very exciting that's been in the works for a little while today. And we can't wait to get delved into it. Here on your screens, you can see the current Volvo VNL that we have in American Truck Simulator. I mean, it's a legendary truck in its right own, and one of our earlier trucks that we've had in game, right, Oscar?
Yeah, I think this has been in the game at least since 2018 or 2017. Yeah, so it's been around and it's enjoyed by everyone, but I think today it's time for an upgrade.
Yes, it is.
And I think we actually were talking earlier with Ian. He was there when when this truck launched, so maybe Ian, you can even talk more about this before we jump into the new one.
2002, right, Ian?
Yeah, it came out right before I joined the company. So I joined the company in 2004, and yeah, so it was fun to come into the studio and be able to see this truck right away and hear about all the hype and discussion around this vehicle. And, we were just talking right before the stream started how well the truck still holds up. It still looks really good on the road, and the proportions are still really nice. The design is still a great design.
Absolutely, and it's definitely been a fan favorite for our players in American Truck Simulator. I'm sure lots of people who are watching right now have this very own truck in their own fleet, and maybe even some of them are being real life truck drivers or knows somebody that goes trucking probably has one in their real life fleet as well. And it's just been a staple on the highways, ones that you always see around for sure when you're on the roads, and definitely one that everybody can recognize for sure. But of course, as time has gone on, there's been lots of changes and upgrades and moving with the times, which is always important to kind of innovate safety and technology and what's best for drivers on the road. And I know Volvo Trucks North America, is absolutely fantastic at doing that. So we were very, very excited when we had the opportunity to be able to work with you guys to also bring those changes to American Truck Simulator. And I know Oscar and Nimir, you've had the chance to be out in America as of recently, and I believe see this truck for yourself up close, right?
Yeah, the
Absolutely.
new one, the new one, definitely more of it.
Yeah.
But even when we're talking about this previous generation, we're saying, we're seeing it all over the roads and on the highway, still hauling freight after 20 years almost. Yeah, so I guess today we're jumping into the new one, and I'm sure it'll be
Oh yeah.
again on the roads for another 20, 30 years.
Which is this beauty.
Look
Look
at
at
that.
There she is.
There she is. Wow. Fantastic.
So we
And
go
looking
from
at all this going in the garage.
2002 to 2018,
Mm.
right, Ian? That's when we, or 2017, when we came out with this one. So big jump there, timing wise. But like you were saying, a lot of new innovations, a lot of new features, a lot of trying to learn from the previous truck that's been out there for so long.
And it must be quite hard to kind of, to figure out, okay, where do we go kind of next with this? I imagine there's a quite a large process, beginning, from feedback to designs, and it must have been a lot of, thought going into how can we shape it and make it a truck for the future. Where does that kind of process begin when you're, upgrading on such a good base already?
Yeah, it's like you're saying, it's definitely quite a enduring process, and getting everybody involved from the different branches, design, engineering, and marketing, and kind of getting everybody together and trying to figure out where we want to go with the next product, and what the product should include and what improvements do we want to make. Of course, we get a lot of feedback from customers and drivers who've spent a lot of time behind the wheel of Volvo and other trucks, of course, and really like to take their feedback and develop solutions that help improve the experience.
That's really fantastic to hear. And both of you, I've got to say, you both have very exciting titles. You've got Chief Interior Designer and Senior Industrial Designer. And what kind of roles have you kind of both played within the production of this newer Volvo VNL? Maybe we can start off with you, Jason.
Yeah, sure. So I've had this title, which I think it sounds fancier than it really is, for the past couple of years. So my responsibility right now is like all on the interior of the truck. But when I first started here 10, 11 years ago, we were just kind of getting going on programs that led into this. And so I worked a little bit on the exterior, the interior, and things like that. But I worked alongside Ian, and we start from hand sketching and then making models, physical models, CAD models, clay models. We've had full scale clay model of this truck in our design studio in North Carolina. And that's where Ian has a huge hand, because he's got a lot more patience than I do. So that's the attention to detail on this, especially the exterior, was a lot of his influence, just having the time to really care about like every single surface. And all of that is balanced, like Ian was saying, with engineering. It's just a huge engineering group that we had that supported this. And we have to, change things for aerodynamics or for assembly or just serviceability for the customer. All those kind of things are considerations when we get going with it. So it's a big process, but I mean, the end result is really awesome to see, especially to see it in a new platform like this.
I can imagine. I can't imagine kind of how it feels to really start off from just sketching it to actually bring it to life in its physical form. It must be once you reach that moment, it must be quite relieving to actually see how much of your hard work and such paid off. I imagine there's been many long days and nights and thinking about designs and working with teams, and many meetings aplenty as well with how to kind of shape these things. And maybe Ian, since you've had quite your hands on with this newer model, you can kind of share with us your kind of experience with start to kind of finish. How was it for you and your team when you're working with and designing them and bringing it to life?
It was a ton of fun. As Jason mentioned, Jason was working on interior, exterior, and all these elements as we were working on this truck. But yeah, starting off with just kind of rough sketches, side views, front views, and just trying to really get that feeling that you want, that expression, that that gut feeling that you get when you look at the first sketches. Like, okay, yeah, this it's starting to come together, and then take those sketches, do some more refined renderings, and start working with some 3D surfaces with some digital modelers. Then you take that to the clay form, which is always one of the most exciting points, right? You've always seen the design on paper, and then you see it in the computer screen, and you can toggle around it, but then you get it full size in clay, and it's a ton of fun. Like you say, it is a little bit of a relief at that point, but then you start really picking at the areas. Okay, yeah, we got to work on this, got to work on that. You start seeing it full size, and you can really start to pinpoint what you need to adjust. And aerodynamics was a huge factor, and it's big for everybody working on a truck at the moment. For the exteriors, aerodynamics and how you can improve it, and how much it improves fuel efficiency. So yeah, we did a lot of aero loops back and forth, trying to make it more and more efficient. And then some of that with the form of our truck in particular, like if you look at the height of the fenders above the front wheels, kind of bringing that down a little bit, and making the air attach to the side of the hood and flow across the side of the cab. Yeah, a lot of little areas too that the door mirrors and other mirrors that protrude off the truck, and how that disrupts the airflow, and trying to work with the surfacing and trying to get that air to reattach and produce an efficient truck. But
I imagine like every millimeter counts when it comes to designing trucks like this. Like you're talking about the airflow and everything like that. I don't know if you took those kind of models to like wind tunnels, or how that sort of works, where you see the flow of the air and everything going over the truck. But I imagine there must have been times where you had to really make just small adjustments just to get it as best as possible in terms of aerodynamic flow. And our viewers actually as well, when Namiro clicked onto some of the aerodynamic packages that we had there as well, were very, very excited to see some of the add-ons and changes that were there as well. So we'll get that into a little bit. But yeah, it really must have been a bit maybe tedious at times, would you say, to really kind of get down to that perfect shape? Yeah.
Yeah. And then, sometimes it'll push you in a direction, maybe like, I want to keep this angle or this brake on the body a little tighter, but maybe it needs to be a little bit fuller to keep that air attached. And then you start to work with that and develop that and make it look nice. And it's tedious but fun. I enjoy that kind of work.
There's a balance to everything, as they say, right? You just got to kind of
certainly
find
is.
Which is absolutely. Well, we're so honored and privileged to be able to bring this new updated, new generation of Volvo VNL into American Truck Simulator. And Nimo is running through some options here in the garage, and the chat is going absolutely crazy. I'll tell you that.
I'm having a good time here,
the options. And Nimo is having a great time as well. He's just rolling through it.
I just let you guys talk, talk all the information and all the extra stuff. And I'm playing with the game, like.
Let's delve a little bit into it, because I can tell that the chat is obviously excited to kind of see what options we have. I've had about 1,000 people tagging me for the color red on the truck. That's a very popular color right now for the truck to be in, apparently. So let's delve into a little bit. Oscar, maybe you could run us through some of the major kind of points and changes that players can expect to see in this truck, and what kind of options they have in American Truck Simulator.
Yeah, I think before we start, I actually have a question. What does VNL stand for? Maybe Ian or Jason can fill us in on that.
That's a good question, yeah.
It's a great question.
That's a good question. Ian, you've been here longer than I have, right?
Guys,
Yeah, been a little bit longer, not too long.
Chad, as you can see, these guys are watching at each other when they're talking together because they're actually sitting next to each other.
No, but if you
Don't give away the
so
secret.
So there's our current trucks. We have the VNL, which is what we see on the screen here, and that's the long haul. The L stands for long haul application, and then VNR is our regional truck. So it is a little bit shorter
Okay.
overall, shorter hood and everything like that. And then man, the history goes back further than I know, but I know when this launched, it was known as the VN series, and I can only guess unless Ian knows a little bit more than that. That was back in 1996, I think. That was a precursor to the one that you had on the screen when we first joined the stream. That's the extent of my knowledge on that one.
That is
There you
about
go.
what I know as well. So
I hope you got your answer there, Oscar. Maybe the chat learned something new as well.
I guess V stands for Volvo, maybe.
Yeah, you
N
could
stands for
guess
North
that.
America. That's just a
Yeah.
guess. So
Sounds
Okay.
about right.
we'll run with that.
okay, so that's the new definition, guys. All right.
Someone's
Anyway,
screaming
So
from
you
the
will-
marketing
so you will-
department now, but no.
Yeah, you work for Volvo Trucks North America now, or what, Oscar?
I decided naming now, so come to me.
Put that on the
All right.
CV. It's good.
Should we start with the options for the different cabins, maybe?
Oh yeah,
We
feel
can
free
look
to
at
give
that.
me instructions.
Yeah, so of course we have the day cab, that's the VNL 300. And I think we have this available both with tandem axles and a single rear axle as well, which we kind of see quite often with like DHL or UPS hauling those 28 feet trailers, I believe. Yep, and then this is the 740, VNL 740 mid-roof that we're looking at. And then obviously the flagship is the 860. That's the biggest one. I don't actually know how many inches is this. How long is this sleeper?
This one is 80 inches, isn't it? I can't remember
Okay.
Yeah, I have to
precisely
look
the
up-
number. Yeah,
have to look at the stats on that as far as the exact length, but
we're from design. We don't do math all that much. No.
It's a
Alright.
big truck. We'll say that. It's a
It's
very
a
big
bigger
truck.
truck, yeah. It's the biggest truck, yeah.
I mean,
it
it's
is our
the
longest
biggest,
sleeper.
It's
Yeah.
the biggest one that we have. I mean, it's pretty awesome. The space inside. I mean, just
Mhm.
compared to some of the like European trucks, and I think it's just huge. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I
And then you
see
can
like you
see-
have a whole lounge at the back there.
Yeah, so I mean that was something that was a feature that we launched. I think let's see, when was that? Maybe 1997 or something like that. But yeah, that was kind of that and some other key things that we have is kind of shows off the commitment that we try to have to the overall comfort in the cab for the driver. So that's a big feature that was maybe a risk at the time, but it paid off pretty well and seemed to be pretty popular for a while. So having that dinette that we call it, and then throughout the interior on this thing, we were just talking before we started the stream that we've got this orange accent color that we have in the door panels and the seats and some of the stitching on the steering wheel and even the seat belts. And it's kind of a nod to the safety element that we have with that seat belt. So we took the safety of the seat belt, which Volvo as an overall corporation was the one who invented it back in the 50s. We turned that into an aesthetic detail to kind of show that off. So it's really cool in this truck to have those kind of elevated little small thoughts and almost like Easter eggs from the previous generation, and start to find some of those the more you play around in here.
Well,
That's
absolutely.
pretty outstanding.
I was going to say, it really complements the different accents there and the colors, and it looks really great with the seatbelts, with the kind of the orange, the signature orange seatbelt, should I say, with the trim there as well, which looks really nice. I actually really like that, and obviously makes it stand out above the rest. And looks like we've got a few other options here as well. We've got the standard And the touring and the limited. Oh, I'd like to see that
Yeah.
one as well.
So you'll see trim pieces around the interior change, and I think we can change the seat as well. So you can choose between leather and red cloth. You've got the standard colors that you kind of expect, the darker grays, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's quite a lot of options in this truck for seating. Actually, I think we've got like 7 total. I think that's reflected in here. I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And
I
there's
think,
a wide range of features and things as you go up on those as well, like different features for comfort for the driver, lumbar supports and suspension and all that kind of stuff is varies as well.
Yeah, I think there are also options that we put in for floor mats. Maybe you can take a look at that.
Let's have a look at this. Floor mats will be on the front there, right? There you go.
There you go. Awesome.
Look at that. Wow.
There's that we call it the migration pattern, is something that you'll see kind of consistently throughout the interior. So you see it on the underneath the seats in that dinette. And it's actually on like the rubber floor mats, and the top tray on the instrument panel has that same kind of pattern. So really cool to have that consistency across, and we develop it for either carpet or for the rubber components and things like that. Just again, kind of a detail that you run into as you start to explore around inside of here.
That's really awesome to see, Nick. I guess a big point behind that would be to say, like, hey, you recognize this pattern, it's Volvo, and it's kind of those little, patterns are everywhere, and it makes it unique and stand out from the rest, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of something that you don't have on other ones, and it tells you what the brand is and kind of relates to other parts of the cab.
That's fantastic. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, and I see you got the cup holder in there, which is awesome. And
gotta have your coffee.
Always functional.
Always have
functional.
coffee.
Yeah, and that one's pretty cool because that actually you can move in the truck, that can move around on that engine tunnel tray there. So that little rail system there. If you don't like where the cup holder is, you can move it around, find a better spot for it, or add more of them. So it's kind of a unique feature we haven't seen in any cars either. I mean, someone in the chat's probably gonna throw something up there like a reference, but but certainly in the trucks, that added flexibility is something pretty unique to our brand.
See, no, it's great to see as well.
4 drinks at a time, you're good.
Yeah,
exactly. The more the merrier, as they say. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no. Well, I gotta say, the interior looks really fantastic.
This is also new, right? Because you guys have the defrost option on your front windows, right? So we can now choose to either have it or not. That's cool, and that's for melting the ice in the winter, right? Of the window.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. The windshield wipers usually just force the snow or ice to the sides, and then that'll melt it.
That makes sense. I was always wondering. I was always wondering why is it only on the sides and not through the middle. That makes sense. You have to use your windscreen wipers.
Yep. To unstick them. Absolutely. Well, I got to say the detail looks fantastic, and I imagine a lot of the work in here that we're seeing in American Truck Simulator wouldn't have been possible without you guys working with us at Volvo Trucks North America. And maybe Oscar, you could quickly just go through a little bit about the process of kind of how that cooperation was and working to get these details correct.
Yeah, so I think the whole cooperation started, let's say, late 2020. That was when we first reached out to Volvo Trucks North America, and then so we started getting some 3D files from you guys. That was a massive help for us. So that's how we try to get the truck as accurate as possible. And then
massive,
of course,
3D files too, right?
Massive 3D files. Yeah, we just got so many different configurations, so much detail. Yeah, it was of a massive help. And then I think we, as a team, there were 3 visits to the US. The first one was to the customer center in Dublin, Virginia. I think that was the first trip was for sound recording. So we arranged a trip in 2022, last year in March to do sound recordings. And then I think just 3 months later, another team went over and did some photographs, some more 3D scanning of different options available for the trucks that might not have been available in some of the 3D files. So we got more information. And then just 2 months ago, I think, Ian, we met with you over at Greensboro, North Carolina, and that's when we started the approvals process for the truck. And that's something we were talking about. It's pretty unusual for us, especially, to have a company so invested and interested in making sure that the truck is exactly right. We spend quite a lot of time back and forth, making sure the truck looks exactly right. We were talking about the chassis fairings, just a little bit of the line looks a little bit different. We spent a lot of time getting the interior colors correct. So yeah, that took a little while, but I think it's absolutely worth it. Everyone will be able to tell when they get their hands on this truck for themselves. It's probably almost true to life truck. And thank you so much for being a part of this, supporting us, and really for your attention to detail.
100%, man. We appreciate it as well, and it was fun to work back and forth and like you're saying, get this vehicle to be as close to reality as we could.
Yeah,
it's a whole new level of excitement for us, right? Like just to see it put in the game like this, and then we're getting excited about details that we'd almost kind of forgotten about for a second there, and it's like, wow, this is awesome. So that was a whole lot of fun, even the little bit that I was going back and forth with you, Oscar. So it's just great. It turned out awesome.
It did turn out really nice.
And I think we really
play video games.
We really like this 25th anniversary livery that you guys had.
It looks really, really good. It's kind of almost got a bit of like a retro look to it. You incorporated there like the orange accent again, like the seatbelt there and the logo as well, which is a really nice design. I really love the look of that. That's really, really nice, especially on the blue there. Looks fantastic. And I know there's
also a matching livery for a trailer, I think.
The trailer, yeah.
Yeah, we can probably show that a little bit later on.
Yeah. We will definitely get into that for sure. I know a few people in the chat were asking about, because I noticed to do obviously with the aerodynamic packages there, we have the flow below. I'm not sure if either Oscar or one of you guys would be able to answer a little bit more about that. They're asking a few questions about that in the chat.
Yeah, so the flow below thing, we've just recently gotten the license for it. I think about 2 months ago, we finally inked an agreement with them so we can offer the flow belows, which is a very popular option that I've seen on a lot of US trucks nowadays. So it's obviously it complements the entire aero package on the VNL. They call it the drive wheel fairings, I believe. So it kind of just seals up the gaps that are created between the two axles, just smooths the air over it. And it also comes with the aero wheel covers. So we have them in chrome, in plastic, I believe, and also in the same paint color as the truck. Yeah, so that's a new addition that comes with this truck.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, it's great to have that alongside. And so many options for our players as well, from interiors to all the little customizations you can make as well. You can really make this truck your own and what is best suited for your trucking needs. And that goes, I imagine, the same for your life as well. I imagine there's a lot of customers who come to Volvo asking for specific things and customizations on their truck suited for their businesses as well. And I imagine you guys have a whole catalog of accessories and stuff that they can change as well to really suit their needs as well. So it's really great to be able to kind of translate that over here to American Truck Simulator as well. And again, our communities, everyone that's been watching the chat so far, over 1,800 of you watching from around the world, are very, very excited indeed to see all the little details and work that's been put in on this Volvo VNL, and very excited to get a closer look for it themselves. So I'm not sure, Oscar, was there anything else you wanted to highlight looking around here in the garage right now?
Maybe we can look at all the different aero features. I guess that's the signature part of the truck. So
let's do it.
When we start with the front bumper, maybe we can see that the front of it, I don't know, is there a term for that? Air dam or something like that to guide
the
air
opening there underneath the main grille.
Yeah, and maybe just the curved structure that kind of extends below the fog lights. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. We do refer to those as kind of the finishing off aero panels for the bumper, and we basically took a curve from engineering files and from aero test files and smoothed it out and adjusted it, and again worked back and forth just to get that air to kind of hit the bumper, attach, and then roll underneath, and stay as attached as possible. Some trucking companies will try to push the air around to the side. For our construction and form of our truck, it was more efficient to carry a little bit of air underneath the truck. It's just for performance-wise, what tested the best.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I like the whole front look of it. It's pretty rounded. It looks clearly aerodynamic, and it's that's form and that's also function. The headlights, especially the signature, you call that the Thor signature or something like that. The design of that L.
Yeah,
we refer to it like a V shape, and a lot of development went into the headlamps and trying to get a DRL, like the daylight running light, to have that nice signature shape. So when you see the vehicle coming at you down the road, you can certainly identify it as a Volvo.
Yeah, it's definitely very striking.
You can see it on the European trucks as well, and it's really cool because all of the lighting on this truck, we just jumped straight to making everything LED across the board. I don't think there's a single incandescent bulb on here. So you got a lot of long-term durability, and that goes for inside and outside. And these headlamps are really awesome. I mean, we saw them being kind of done alongside some I think that Porsche and Audi lamps and things like that. So it's really cool to see kind of on par in some ways with that. I mean, it's super cool. So all these lights everywhere, LED, and then we've got I think Ian did a really awesome job with all of the details on the lights, and even the running lights down the side that you've got on there on the chassis fairing. Pretty slick.
Yeah, also all LED.
Nice.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, it's really outstanding. I think if we put on the bright work package on the chassis fairings, that will make it stand out even more. Maybe Namiro, could you try to do that? Just the chrome on the chassis fairings.
Chassis fairings.
No, the side skirts.
Might be the little dot right behind the front wheel, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be the lights. But...
These.
No, not this one. This is just the color of the lights. I think the one slightly behind that. That's the door steps. Yeah, this one. Yeah. You can go for the last one.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the bright work package. Yeah.
Awesome.
And a lot of our customers, they really enjoy having a lot of the bright work on the truck and kind of giving that reflective quality to the truck. And it really helps out to have this little strip inside of the area right above the lower and upper steps, because it kind of helps protect the paint. And a lot of these guys will wear boots for the driving and getting around in certain weather conditions, and it kind of helps protect the paint in those areas.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty uncommon nowadays on aero trucks, especially. You don't see this much chrome, but I like chrome personally, so that's fantastic.
And this part is also like new or like unique to this truck as well, right? These like corner deflectors.
The A-pillar.
Yeah.
The mirror covers,
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, but the windscreen has a little bit of wrap to it. If you're looking down from a top view, and the wind kind of coming off the side of the windscreen gets caught in what we call them like turning vanes, and it gets caught in that little area and helps push it along the side of the truck instead of keeping it shooting outboard. It kind of catches it and helps it wrap and return to the side of the vehicle.
Yeah, I
That's
see.
a
Also,
game, doesn't it?
also there are also the chassis fairing extenders, the rubber skirts at the bottom of the truck. Yeah, so
and that's just that just helps keep air from entering in that area. And also the air that's kind of wraps underneath the bumper, it helps keep that channeled just all the way to the rear of the vehicle.
But that must make such a big difference when it comes to it, when you think about it, like all those little gaps and everything. The more that you can kind of cover up and keep the aerodynamic flow of the air moving past it, the better it is for the efficiency of the truck fuel. And all those little numbers add up, right?
They certainly do. Definitely do.
Yeah. And in the long run, how much money that could be saving, for the truck owners or for their businesses and stuff like that, which obviously makes it so much more appealing to them as well, and better for the economy of the truck as well, which is obviously on a lot of people's minds these days, obviously with how things are. And it's great to see that Volvo Trucks, North America, are really implementing these things and thinking about those kind of designs. And they're really smart. I gotta say, they're very, very smart and very good looking as well. Again, talking about that balance, I imagine it can be very hard to find to do both, to kind of keep that image of Volvo Trucks, and all the things we know about it on the road and how it looks and the way it's shaped, and kind of bringing that to today's age. And again, the chat's going absolutely, I don't know if the right word, bonkers for it. Absolutely. They really, really love it. They really do. They're loving all the options and the design. They're very, very excited as well. And of course, we're very excited as well to be able to showcase it for you. It's really a pleasure to have everybody here to kind of showcase it and have so many great minds on this stream as well. People that have personally influenced the kind of look of this truck and everything as well. So I think there's only really one thing for it, Nimiro. I think it could be time to take it on the road. What do you think, Oscar?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, we should do it. I know some people are quite excited to hear it, have a look at how it looks on the outside, kind of bring it out the garage in the game. So let's do that. All right, here it is in all its beauty. This is where the chrome really shines, right? When you're on the outside. It looks really good. All those little details again that we're talking about. Love it.
Maybe it might be also like very interesting for the chat to hear the story about the how the term of globetrotter actually was designed or was discovered, because I remember, Ian, it was probably you who explained it to me in the US, and it was kind of cool to get that information.
I think that might have been Brian who explained that.
Oh, Brian. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
That's so cool.
And I don't.
All right.
Not aware though. Do we have that on the history page?
It came from the trucks in Europe, and we kind of adopted it here in North America. It's not a historical thing here in North America. It's more from the FH truck, but it is recognized as like the absolute top trim level, right? Like this is the best of the best. So we have customers, fleets who will sometimes sort of reward drivers who are doing extra long haul, or team drivers, things like that. Get a Globetrotter and then give that to the driver. Just it's kind of like giving them the best of the best, which is pretty awesome actually. When we heard that,
it's a really cool term. Yeah, I never really thought about it. It kind of just made sense to me. That's really cool. But a lot of the people in the chat reacting right now, I know we can't hear it on our side, unfortunately. Nimo, I don't think you can hear it either.
No, I cannot.
apparently the engine sounds really good. I can't hear it myself. I could probably tune into our own stream and hear it for myself.
So Chet is happy about it?
Chat sounds very happy. Let's stay quiet for just a second here. And let's rev the engine a little bit and maybe give them a honk of the horn as well, because some people are requesting if they can hear the horn as well. Does that sound, chat? How does that sound? Nice. Wow. Sounds really good. Very nice. Darius has given us captions for the sounds. He says it sounds like vroom vroom. Okay, thank you, Darius. We appreciate it. You got subtitles there for us. You can't hear the engine at all. That's good. That's what we were
Well,
going.
I'm glad our trip to Dublin paid off.
He's filling in the gaps for us.
That's it. It's got the captions there for us. Yeah. Good sounds.
So
Love
cool
it.
to
That's
see
great.
even like the instrument cluster and everything working on there. That is so cool. I mean the center display that we have there, that's new for this truck.
Yeah.
You know, full color display. We have this infotainment on the right. I mean, all the safety systems like the heads up display and some of the active cruise control and all that. I mean, it's a huge jump from where we were before, and it's so cool to see you guys captured like all of it in the game. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure, Oscar, if you had a part to play in this one, right?
Not this one, actually. We have another very talented person in the company who does like the screens on the dashboard display now. Maybe Daniel, Namiro, you can actually show them. There are multiple screens as well, so it's not just one page. You can go through like the whole trip information, the oil temperature, the air pressures. That's the trip information. So you've even got average speed, the suspension load, and I think if you're low on fuel, it will show up here as well.
And I have no
How does
message.
that
No one
turn
likes me.
indicator sound? I'm asking the chat. Does it sound good?
Is there a sound to company? How does it sound, chat?
How's
Is it a good indicator? It sounds good. It's good. Sounds great.
Yeah, this is great to see.
Lovely. Good. Nice.
It's really awesome to see the instrument cluster and everything work out. I mean, you guys did a great job. Really exciting.
We've even got blind spot monitor on this truck, I believe. So it's
really
on the right A pillar. You'll see that there's a little black square now. But if a car or truck goes by on your blind spot, it will turn orange. And if you try to turn on your turn signals with that on, I think it'll make an audible warning as well.
It's a clever system.
Let me try to do the car behind me.
Let me just try purposely test this in the game.
There it is.
There it is. Hey. That's cool. Seeing those little details, about safety, things that really help the driver to be able to, drive safely, be on the road, be aware of their surroundings. All of these things are so very, very important in this day and age, and it's great to see these little things that have been incorporated into the Volvo VNL that just makes the driver's life a little bit easier to, to know and to kind of focus on the road more, instead of having to worry about what's on the side and behind them all the time, and they get these little indicators, and that's really great to see that incorporated.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool to see it come through in the game as well. These you just tested it there, and it works. I mean, it's awesome. The commitment to safety is huge, right? For everyone knows Volvo's synonymous with it. So really cool to see it playing out as well here.
Absolutely, yeah. And from what I'm seeing here, it looks absolutely great, and everyone's very excited to see it moving on the road. Nimo putting in those first kilometers on the road. Looks like he's going to pick yourself up a trailer, right, Nimo?
Oh yeah, let's see what this company offers to haul. Oh, they have all the big stuff here.
Some pretty tools there.
I'm a little bit scared.
All the big machinery. You can give it a try if you want, or you can try find somewhere else.
Let me try something else. I don't want to put myself into way too stressful situation. Everyone would be like waiting for me to crash with something. Or...
So we got a message here from one of our colleagues in the Twitch chat who also works on the truck. It's Bolt Railway Dog saying, Nimro, if you lift your seat position a little bit higher so we can see the hood moving, is that something else we've put into the details there?
Yeah, so I think that's a new feature. Basically, we've never had cabin suspension for ATS until now. So with the launch of the VNL, we have implemented that finally. So you've got a suspension from the chassis, you've got suspension on the cab, you've got suspension on the seats as well. So you should be able to see that a little bit. Yeah, I think when you go over that bump, you probably can see from the hood. So that's new, and we hope everyone enjoys it. Obviously, it's still a new feature, so get those feedback coming in.
That's a really cool detail. I like that we've incorporated that and brought that as a first to this truck as well. Does seem like you have to be in a very, very high seated position to see it from the cab, or unless you're blessed to be 6 or 7 feet tall. But otherwise, yeah, it's a nice one to see as well. Bringing again all these little details and simulations into American Truck Simulator from the real life thing. And again, chat loves it. Thank you for that detail, Bolt, by the way. We appreciate that. And thanks for being here as well. All right, well, time is going pretty quickly. So chat, if you have yourself any questions as well you'd like to ask, throw them in the chat. Obviously, we have both Ian and Jason here from Volvo Trucks North America, who are always happy to hear from you and your comments as well. And we did have a question a little bit earlier. Maybe Oscar, they were asking a little bit more about the kind of details when you were in America. It was both you and Namiro over there, right, at the Greensboro headquarters.
Yep.
And I know we had a blog about it, and we talked a little bit about it as well. But they're asking, is there anything more that kind of happened there that we didn't hear about from before, or is how did the whole trip overall go?
Actually, we've been lucky enough to also record a very nice real life videos with these guys, for multiple topics, to be able to bring extra information about the trucks and how these guys are work when they're designing that, and even something more. But you guys will need to wait a little bit longer before we can share that with you. So, but you can be looking forward to it already. I believe it will come out pretty awesome.
No, very much looking forward to that. Kind of a bit more of like a behind the scenes of everything that happened over there. So very much. So you have that to look forward to, chat, for those who are looking for a bit more content from that trip over there. Because of course it's very exciting to kind of know what we've been up to and how the whole kind of process came together as well. And Oscar, I know you've been traveling a lot as well, and it must have been great to be out there at the headquarters and just kind of see everything for yourself and bring it all together as well.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The headquarters was beautiful. I must say it again. It's really different from the other corporate headquarters that I'm kind of used to in North America. It's really airy. It's bright. The cafeteria is great. It was a beautiful place, and you had this massive meeting room where you could literally fit a whole truck in. That was really,
which we did.
That was really interesting. Yeah, which we did. Maybe I have a video about that coming up.
Oh yeah.
I look forward to that.
Yeah.
That's true. It was actually you, right, for this episode to do.
Okay,
so
I kind of ruined the surprise, but yeah, it was exciting. It was really exciting to visit and see for myself, where the trucks were designed, where the trucks begin their lives. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, it's really cool too, because you were here, you were in North Carolina at our technical center, our headquarters for North America, and you mentioned you were in at the Uptime Center, which is in Virginia, right next to the plant. So it's really awesome because these trucks are built completely in the U.S. Right in Virginia, which is maybe a little unexpected because it's Volvo, but this truck is made for North America and built in North America. So I think that's awesome. You got to experience that because it's a beautiful facility. It's state of the art, and we can all be kind of really proud that these are done that way. So I'm glad you had that experience.
That is awesome. I look forward to seeing and hearing more about it from those videos as well. Really quick here, Nimiro, could you do us a favor?
Yes, sir.
I think
Yes,
chat
sir.
might be a little bit, not sad is the wrong word, but like I think we might have missed something. They were asking about the engine options, because maybe we didn't go through the engine options.
Okay.
Maybe you want to quickly hit escape and maybe look in the, or if you got a
there
service
is a service station here. I can visit the upgrade shop and
we'll quickly take a look at those, because I think we may have missed those. I just got a message from Benny. Chat, is that right? Did we miss the engine options? If so, apologies.
Oh yeah, we did.
We should show the special trailer as well on the 25th.
We should do that. Let's do that. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, then for that I will need to pull out here and bring out the content browser actually.
Yeah, pull yourself in there. So we'll get to that, chat. And gearbox options. Okay, apologies, chat. We're sorry.
Chat, you want to see everything at once.
They want to see everything. They can't wait. They want to see
in
it all. Give me every inch of it.
We have the directors on the chat now.
We do indeed. Alright, put ourselves in. And let's take a look at that. We'll get to that, chat. Okay, so first off, we'll take a look at those engine options, and we'll get to the trailer. So let's have a look here.
So for engines.
Yep. So we've got the D13s, and I think the newest ones are the turbo compound engines. So we've got those as well. And for people who like Cummins, we also have the Cummins.
So you can go from 400 horsepower all the way up to 565 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
That's a powerful truck. That is a powerful truck. Fantastic. And as well as transmissions as well. What options do we have for that?
Yeah, so I guess the default ones are the I-shifts. So you've got the 12-speed direct drive and the 12-speed overdrive. And of course,
Fantastic.
You have a selection of manuals if you want that.
Mm-hmm. Which, yeah, I mean, some people do definitely prefer, but we do have the option there for it as well, which is great to see. Away from 12 speeds, 6 speeds, 13 speeds. That's great. That's great. And then I think the only other thing we missed maybe was the trailer you were talking about, Oscar, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
Let's have a look at that.
So I believe it's this one.
53 feet, I think.
53. Oh.
Next one.
53.
That
Okay.
Yep.
And where it is. Here it is.
There it is.
There you go.
Wow. Okay, that really complements the truck, doesn't it, with that orange accent. And it has like a little timeline as well going across, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got some kind of the history and high points from it. It's pretty cool. Looks awesome in here.
That is awesome.
25
great.
years changing the game. Awesome.
That is fantastic. That is a really cool design. I like that a lot. I think I'm going to have to make that my new trailer. That is for sure. That is super awesome. Beautiful. Nice paint job. Works really nice. There you go. Lots of people really enjoying the look of that trailer. Definitely wants to be hauling with the new Volvo VNL there in the game. Very nice. Yeah, I agree. Definitely complements it. Really nice. Again, incorporating those different little features. We had one question coming in from the chat. We talked a little bit earlier about the design process about the trucks, and we have here Great Dog 1969. So I have a question. Very approximately, how long does it take from the truck to go from the initial design to clay to production and final release? Like, how long was that timeline, would you say?
On average, roughly 4 years, can take 5 years. I mean, I think if you were to really hustle, you might be able to do it a little bit shorter of a time, but yeah, it's the rough time period.
Yeah, it usually takes about that long. It also depends on how much has changed. I mean, this is a significant upgrade, right? Like, there was so much that changed on this, so it took 4 or 5 years. And testing is really important, obviously, for trucks. So we have a lot of time wrapped up in testing. It's really cool. We actually right outside of the design studio is a lot of the testing facilities. So you've got, there's constantly, no matter what we're working on, there's always something on there that's being like broken. Trying to break it, see how many cycles it can do. And it's a huge focus, right? So once you get everything engineered and done properly, and then you got to figure out, how long is this going to last? Because these trucks are on the road for quite some time. So yeah, it's a long road to get to it, but it's super rewarding.
So you guys are testing even things like opening and slamming the door, and how many times?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Oh
wow,
that must be actually fun
to
to try that and to test that.
Yeah, it's cool. There's little hydraulic solenoids that are activating, pushing the door open, slamming it closed.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and they test every kind of thing, grab handles, pull force and things like that. And if it's not up to snuff, we have to revisit it, which is usually an engineering thing. Sometimes it impacts our design, but we work around that. But yeah, very cool.
Yeah, they do a ton of shaker tests where they'll take components and just hook it up to this system that just rattles and shakes it for hours and hours and hours on end until
so many hours. So loud.
I was going to ask actually, way back when, maybe before that kind of technology existed, was there a guy whose job it was just to open and close the doors manually for 100 times, or was it always done by a machine?
He quit this time around. He was.
I bet. Yeah, it's a hard thing to do. Maybe it was
a sweet gig,
punishment. I don't know. What do you do? I open and close doors on a truck.
It's a bit like peeling potatoes in the military, right?
Yeah, right.
Work in the kitchen.
Yeah, but again, it's those little things again that you just don't really think about. Think about the durability, because like you said, these trucks are going to be doing so many, thousands of miles, tens of thousands of miles, maybe in some cases even more, hundreds of thousands, and they're always on the road, they're always being used, and we've got to have that durability. And it sounds like it's a pretty rigorous testing process for every part.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we got to make sure it still looks good at the end, so we do our best.
That's it. It sounds like you guys have got it pretty much down to a T at this point. You really got it good down to a good workflow to kind of get it looking good and sounding good. And actually, one thing I wanted to look at, and maybe you want to really quickly do this. If you're going to photo studio mode, can we have a look at those lights in the dark? See how they look in the dark?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Let's do that, because I just thought, when we were talking about the headlights earlier, I thought it probably looks really mean in the nighttime, doesn't it? It looks really cool. So we'll adjust the weather here.
Look,
that's cool.
There you go. I like that. You can very distinct headlights.
Yeah, you can tell from a distance that it's Volvo VNL coming to your way.
That's it. You look in the mirror and you know.
Yeah.
It is perfect. I love it. Well, time is going fast, and I'm not sure, Namiro, do we have something happening around this time? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I need to ask around, but meanwhile, we can at least watch a very small video we prepared for you guys. You know us.
Ooh.
You know the process. Benny's giving the thumbs up, so
yeah,
Benny, when you are ready, hide us down and play it.
We'll stay quiet. Let's do it. We got a video. Enjoy it, everybody. And we are back, awesome. Chat. How did you like that? We had a lot of people putting this cat jam emote into the chat, which is this cat nodding its head to the music, and everybody was loving the soundtrack and the scenes that we had of the Volvo VNL there. Lots of great little camera angles and such highlighting the look and the interior.
I love the one like transition through the roof window into the cabin. That was so cool.
Moment. My goodness, and yeah. And not only that, but also seeing the top of the trailer with all the 25-year kind of logos and stuff on the top of that as well. Really, really cool shot there. Massive shout out to our video team there for putting that together. And of course, to everyone at Volvo for creating such an amazing and beautiful truck as well. And to all of our guys as well in the STS software team who've been working hard to bring this to life as well. It's really a fantastic addition to American Truck Simulator. And Namiro, I believe maybe you have some news for us. Maybe there's something coming through your ear.
I do.
You've been on the Pavel or something. What's going on over there?
No. We didn't need to call it Pavel this time, but I can confirm that this amazing truck has been released and it's available for everyone on Steam for free as a free update for American Truck Simulator game. So chat, go for it, play with it. If Steam doesn't start downloading the update for you automatically, give it a restart, and it should happen. It's there and it's out.
It is out on American Truck Simulator. It's a free update. Again, go check it out. We're so happy to bring this project to life, and a massive thank you to everyone at Volvo Trucks North America, Jason, Ian, and everyone else that's been involved. It's been really, really fantastic to get to this point and to be able to have everybody enjoy it in American Truck Simulator. And Oscar as well, and everyone in the vehicle team, congratulations as well on such a great project. And chat, all of our viewers, it's now for you to go out and enjoy this truck. You've seen it, you've been hyping over it for the past hour, and it's been so hard to keep it a secret, but here it is. It's here for you right now. So make sure you share all of your photos, comments, and everything, your first journeys with not only us, but also with Volvo Trucks North America on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We want to see all of the reactions on there and how you're enjoying the Volvo VNL. So use the hashtag Volvo VNL and share it with us and Volvo Trucks North America. And let's give also some big positivity and thank yous to both Jason and Ian here from Volvo Trucks North America for their time and for being here and sharing such great stories and information and being a part of this wonderful project as well. It's really been fantastic. So thank you, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You did a great job taking the product that we worked, pretty hard on, hundreds of people worked on and putting it in the game like this. It's really awesome to see. So nice work. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you very much for including us and working back and forth and helping us get this truck looking great for the game.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you again to you, to the whole team, to Brian as well for this opportunity. We really enjoyed working with you guys on this project, and we hope there will be more projects in the future.
Let's keep it up. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Definitely.
I look forward to hopefully welcoming you back on the stream again one day soon. That'll be fantastic. All right. Well, unfortunately, that is all time we have for. And chat, I'm sure you're very excited to get out there and get driving in the Volvo VNL in American Truck Simulator. So make sure to get your game updated. Again, it's a free update. Make sure to restart your Steam client if you don't see the update. But get out there, get driving, and enjoy trucking on the road with Volvo Trucks North America. It's going to be honestly a great time. You're going to love the truck. You're going to love it. So let's wrap things up here. I guess thank you again, everybody, for being here, for your time today. And Oscar as well, thank you for staying up so late into the evening. I know it's quite late for you over in Singapore right now. I think you're getting into the early hours of the morning, right?
Yes, it's 1 a.m. So
1 a.m.
This is fun. This is fun. So I love it.
And of course, Mira as well. Thank you for being our chauffeur for today and for being the cameraman. And
it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
And of course, our behind the scenes production as well. We have Benny back there as well, running it, doing some magic today with the different setup.
He's so stressed out. I believe he's gonna like black out the moment when we stop it. He'll be like, "Oh, it's done."
That's great.
And then he will just black out.
That's it. He did great. And of course, to everyone else in chat as well, and our team there, Bolt Railway Dog and Darius, and all of our colleagues that were there as well. So we look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Again, go out and share your photos and videos with us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as well. And we'll see you on the road. Until then, take care of yourselves and we'll see you again all in the future very, very soon. From all of us here at SES Software Volvo Trucks North America, have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.